Vanderbilt, Texas. If I had told you back in August that this was the game that could end the Longhorns' playoff hopes, you'd have laughed at me. Texas started the year with the highest playoff odds in the country, 87%. Vanderbilt, just 2%. Now Vanderbilt actually has a better shot than Texas, and a win in Austin this weekend would functionally end the Longhorn season. And it's all because of Diego Pavia. 2 years ago, Vanderbilt won 12 total games over 5 seasons. Since he's got there, they're 14-7 and 7-1 for the first time since 1941. What changed? It ain't luck. It's rhythm. It's how Pavia beats pressure, how he controls the tempo, and it's how his confidence has completely rewritten what Vanderbilt football looks like. So how does a quarterback who opened the year at 150 to 1 Heisman odds walk into Austin with a chance to end Texas's season? Let's break down the film. And oh yeah, I love Vandy to cover the 2.5 in this game. Because once you look at how Pavia is playing and how these teams actually match up, this line, I think there's value here. Vanderbilt converts 53% of their third downs. That is top 10 nationally. That has to show up in this game versus Texas. Right here, you got a little drag route by the top receiver in the bunch, little over route working right to left, and then a little, what I'll call burst motion, spray release, dig. You got a curl on the bottom of the screen. Ultimately, they're going to hit this underneath route for a little, 7-yard gain in the first down. I show you this play because this is where Diego Pavia has been underrated. I've said it a bunch on my content, but he's been efficient on third down. And Vandy wants to control the clock, so they have to pick up these third down. Look at also the pocket mobility here too. Avoiding the rusher, getting the ball out, getting the first down. Pavia's completion rate has jumped from 59% last year to 69% this season. That stat directly correlates to third down and keeping your offense on the field. It's not all just the easy stuff right in front of them. It's the deep shots too. Not a ton of them. It's not a high up-tempo offense that's going to run a ton of plays. But when they do have deep shots, Diego Pavia can be really accurate. He's got a 75% completion rate when he's kept clean. It's one of the best rates in the SEC. Here he's got a swing route by his running back, dig route by the receiver on the top of the screen, little hitch down here, little bubble, and then a go ball by the receiver on the bottom of the screen. This is a 1st and 10 play call. He is having the confidence in his guys and his own ability to take the deep shot down the field. If Vandy's going to win this game, they're going to get about 2 to 4 of these type of opportunities where can they win the 50-50 ball. Throughout the season, they've had a knack of doing that. That's why they average over 7 yards per play. That's second best in the SEC. For an offense that's not overly explosive, plays like this are the reason why. Drops back, one-on-one coverage, tosses it up. This is a heck of a catch, but it's also an incredible ball against good coverage. He's utilizing the sideline as an extra defender, putting that ball in a shoebox. Hey, real quick, sorry to interrupt, but if you're enjoying this video, hit the subscribe button down below. Trying to hit 50K before the end of the college football regular season. Appreciate you guys. Now back to the video. On the flip side, Texas is built to disrupt the efficiency that the Vandy offense has had all season long. A clip right here is a turnover in the red zone that the Alabama defense caused. And on the Texas side, they've only allowed 15 red zone trips all year long. That's the fewest in the SEC. It's not good news for Diego Pavia because that's where he's been vulnerable. He's had 3 interceptions in the red zone. This is one that we'll get to right here. Vandy has scored touchdowns on 80% of their red zone drives, but right here is the Achilles heel. Vandy's going with a little run fake right here, and they're going to have a drag route, kind of a 7-yard level route, and then a dig or a post behind it. Spacing gets tight here. Diego Pavia tries to force this ball. Alabama linebacker step underneath. Doesn't do this often. Showed up a couple times in the red zone. And for a game that's going to have limited possessions, because that's just Vandy's style, ball control, run the rock, if you are in the red zone, which again is very rare, Texas only allowed 15 trips all year, you got to take advantage. Also, Texas, they thrive on creating turnovers. They've created 14 takeaways this season. That's tied for the most in the SEC. Texas keeps him guessing, putting pressure on him, different coverages, has him thinking they're going to win out. If Vanderbilt protects him and keeps the run game rolling, that's a different story. And that's Vandy's counterpunch. They average over 200 rushing yards a game. That's third in the SEC, and they lead the league in 24 rushing touchdowns. That includes a rushing touchdown that we're seeing right here versus Alabama. The reason I'm showing you this one is this is the one play where Alabama gets out of their gap. And I know Vandy didn't win this game, but it allowed, this was a huge play early on in this game to set the tempo and dictate the pace of this game. They're out of, they're not gap sound. Vandy finds the hole. This is what cannot happen versus Texas. Texas's defense has been solid, but if you get out of a gap, Vandy, more than really any other team in the SEC, can make you pay. No shortage of talent for Texas up front. They've allowed just 81 rush yards a game and only 5 rushing touchdowns this season. So we love a matchup like that. It's strength versus strength. Who's going to win out? 2 other metrics we got to hit on. One obvious, one not for Texas. Who's starting at quarterback? Is it Arch Manning or is it Matthew Caldwell? If it's Matthew Caldwell and it's a backup quarterback where it could be limited possessions versus a very disciplined Vandy defense, again, that's a reason why I love Vandy to cover the 2.5. If it's Arch, I think that allows Texas to potentially have a greater ceiling offensively, because if this becomes a shootout, that very much favors Texas. Second, the formula for Vandy is simple. When they win time of possession, they're 12-0 in the last 2 seasons. When they lose it, they're 2-7. Got to be efficient. Got to convert on third down. Can't have the bad turnovers. Same thing exists with turnovers. They're 9-1 when they win the turnover battle. 5-6 when they don't. They got to play their style. Slow, controlled, limit possessions, take advantage of potentially a new quarterback starting for the Longhorns. Because if this turns into a shootout in any way, that favors Texas every time. I don't think it does. Hammer the Commodores in this one.